Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. I'll please request that we remain standing as we open to page number 2 of the program, where the second stanza of the national anthem is, which will serve as opening prayers for this event. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'll please request that all of us please recite the second stanza of the national anthem. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. You may please be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, represented on this occasion by the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, Commander of the Order of the Niger. You're welcome, Mr. President, here ably represented. We welcome very especially the amiable and very focused Governor of Imo State, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma, who is here with us. Welcome His Excellency the Governor of Enugu State, represented here by the Deputy Governor, Barrister Ifeanyi Osai. You're welcome, Your Excellency. We welcome also the Governor of Ebonyi State, represented here by the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency Princess Patricia Onyemeshi Obila. We welcome His Excellency the Governor of Abia State, represented here by Navy Commander MacDonald Oba, the State Security Advisor for Abia State. We welcome also very especially to the state the Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Nigeria, His Excellency Salem Said Al-Shamsi. You're welcome, Mr. Ambassador. The Honorable Minister of State for Police Affairs, Honorable Iman Suleiman Ibrahim FSI. You're welcome, ma. We welcome the President of Interpol, who is visiting Nigeria for the very first time, and of course, visiting Imo State also for the very first time. The President of Interpol is His Excellency Ahmed Nasser Al-Raizi. He also doubles as the head of the police in the United Arab Emirates. It's a pleasure to have you at this very important occasion, sir. Thank you very much for having come. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if someone is coming from quite some distance to honor us, I am very sure we can take a cue from the Inspector General and give him a round of applause. Please put your hands together for him. We welcome Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Abdul Hamid Maduri, Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Police Affairs, Honorable Maki Yaleman. We welcome also very specially at this event the National Security Advisor. I think he is represented at this event. We welcome Chairman of the Police Service Commission, represented here by a Commissioner in the Police Service Commission, Barrister Yumechi Namani. We welcome very especially also the Chief of Defense Staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Christopher Musa, OFR, and members of his entourage of very senior Army officers who have accompanied him to this event. We welcome, or maybe he should be the one welcoming us, but we're very happy that we are here also and having him host us at this event, the Acting Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetukun, PhD and PM. Thank you very much, sir. Members of the Force Management Team, senior and retired senior military and police officers here present, welcome all of you. Respected traditional rulers and our royal fathers, we welcome you. We welcome also our religious leaders who have come here from different religious persuasions. We're happy that you were able to join us here. Distinguished resource persons, media executives, conference participants, senior officers of the Nigeria Police from the rank of Commissioners of Police, Assistant Inspectors General of Police, and also Deputy Inspectors General of Police, all of whom are here. Specially invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We're seated here at this landmark event center here in Owerri, the capital city of the Eastern Heartland state of Imo. A very peaceful, a very beautiful, a very well-led state. And we are here for the very second time in a row for this 4th annual conference and retreat for senior police officers. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, The third edition of this event took place in this same hall, in this same state, with this same governor here, happy to be part of this event. And we are here for the fourth edition. It means that there is something that happened very well last year in Owerri that made the police to bring this event back here. Can we please put our hands together for His Excellency the Governor of Imo State and all of the Imolites that are here. I'm very sure if we didn't have a good experience last year, this event would have gone somewhere else. Maybe I should also add that this is the first state to have hosted this event back to back. It is not within my power to say, but maybe even next year's own may be coming back here. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the role of the police, especially as the lead internal security organization in this country, cannot be overemphasized. We understand how important they are in our everyday lives, and not just for those who are actually wearing the uniform, but even for those of us who are civilians, but who depend on them. The police are the ones who stay awake so that we can sleep. They are the ones who deny themselves some peace so we can have some peace. Of course, working in concert with their colleagues in the other security agencies. It is therefore, knowing how important this role is, that the Acting Inspector General of Police has continued in this tradition and has invited all of us here for this conference and retreat for senior police officers. The theme of the conference being fostering economic prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanism. This is the opening ceremony of this event, and we are going to have a rather brief opening ceremony. But it will be a prelude to a series of engagements and activities and conferences and presentations and interactions and sharing of experiences between seasoned resource persons and those, of course, who lead the police in the different parts of this country, so that we can continue the task of improving the role of the police in ensuring that all of us here in this country are happy to stay here, are happy to live here. We can work here, we can live, and we can thrive. It is therefore on this note that I want to very specially welcome all of you on behalf of the Acting Inspector General of Police to this landmark event center, the venue for this conference and retreat. We thank every single person, every individual that has come accepting this invitation to be part of this event. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the course of this event, I had to roll out the list of those that we have recognized. Of course, that takes nothing away from the importance of all of the people that are here gathered. To make up for the fact that time and the lack of it will not allow us to acknowledge every single person here, please allow me to request everyone that is here and is happy to be here, please put your hands together for yourselves, wherever it is that you are. My name is Raphael Edem, and for the third year in a row, I have been invited to be Master of Ceremonies at this event. But of course, it will be my pleasure to work not just alone, but with the Force Public Relations Officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Muyiwa Adejobi, and of course, with seasoned Master of Ceremonies and comedian Oke Bakassi, who has done so many events for the police. Maybe they should consider commissioning him into the Nigeria Police. Let me at this point invite the first PRO to please take us through the next item on the program. ACP Adejobi, please. Thank you.
Your Excellencies are present, very senior officers and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name still remains Muyiwa Adejobi, Assistant Commissioner of Police, the Force Populations Officer of Nigeria Police Force. I speak for the police. I try my best to manage the image of the Nigeria Police Force. And of course, it's for us to know and put everything together to make sure the police attains its primacy when it comes to the issue of internal security mechanisms. On behalf of the IGP, we want to welcome you to this fourth edition of the conference and retreat for senior police officers, holding here at the beautiful city of Owerri in Imo State. My assignment here is very, very simple. I'll continue from where Raphael stopped. We have certain individuals in the hall with us today to grace this occasion. We have heads of security agencies all the way from Abuja, ably represented here. I want to officially welcome to this event Caroline Adepoju, the Controller General of Immigration, represented by Obia Nujo, Angela Elo, okay, Assistant Controller General, Nigerian Immigration Service, Zone E, Owerri, Imo State. Can I please appreciate the woman representing the Controller General of Nigerian Immigration Service? We have here His Royal Majesty, the #1 King in Imo State, the Eze, Dr. E.C. Okeke, CFR, Eze Imo, and Chairman Imo Council of Traditional Rulers and Community Policing is here in our midst. You're welcome, Eze. We want to again welcome media executives that are here. We have the popular man here with us, BC Olatilo. The brain behind BC Olatilo show is here in the house, and we have the brain behind the popular police, crime fighters, the police and you, Mrs. Dr. Aisha Tosan. And we have in the house the DG Imo Broadcasting Corporation, Mrs. Efe Oyegbule. Then I don't know if the CDS will permit me to recognize one person that has been working assiduously with us here, the GOC 82 Division. The CDS have been so fantastic. Custody demands, we recognize his support. He's been here for the past 2 or 3 days, sweeping everywhere for us, deploying men accordingly to make sure we fortify the venue of this event and, of course, Imo State in general. We have the Major General BT Dada is here with us in the house. Please, can we appreciate? Is to show that what we need in Nigeria is to work together as a family to achieve our targeted goals of providing adequate security for all our soldiery in this country. Your Excellencies, you got to recall, like Raphael said, that the 3rd edition of Conference and Retreat for Senior Police Officers was held here in this beautiful city of Owerri last year between 31st October and 2nd November 2022, themed the imperative of a Nigeria Police strategic plan for peaceful elections. We converged on Owerri that period to discuss how best to manage election and, of course, police democracy in a contemporary Nigerian society. This one set the pace for us to have a very good, free, fair, credible, and even acceptable elections in 2023 that has pursued the renewed hope agenda. And on that basis, we want to further our effort in making sure we assist the federal government in implementing all its efforts to have economic recovery and prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanisms. In the words of great Irish politician and one-time European Union ambassador to the United States, John Bruthin, he said, one cannot have economic growth without security. In another vein, national security is vital for economic and social progress. The words of Paul Kagame, the current president of Rwanda. On that note, we are here again today. History is being made under the amiable leadership of the 22nd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I call him the mathematician, not a nickname. He picked the jam form, filled jam form, and said, no, I must go and study mathematics in school. A master order in public administration and business administration, and of course a PhD holder in peace and security studies. Your Excellencies, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to have the singular honor of inviting to this podium to welcome all of us to this event, the man whose hand of God has found and appointed at the 22nd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, Federal Republic of Nigeria on 19th June 2023 by the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. You join me as I invite to this podium your own Inspector General of Police, our Inspector General of Police, the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Acting IGP Olukayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PhD, older Nigeria Police Medal, to welcome us to this laudable and memorable event at the landmark event center here in beautiful city of Owerri. Can we please appreciate the IGP once again?
Thank you, Band. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here today by the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, His Excellency Senator Dr. Ibrahim Gedam, CON, FCNA, FCPA, FIMCN. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Usodima, and the Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum. His Excellency, Dr. Alex Otti, Executive Governor of Abia State, represented here by Navy Commander MacDonald Uba, retired. His Excellency, Right Honorable Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, ably represented here today by Her Excellency Princess Patricia Oyemachi Obila, Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State. His Excellency, Dr. Peter Ndubusi Umba, Executive Governor of Enugu State, ably represented by His Excellency Barrister Ifeanyi Osai, Deputy Governor of Enugu State. Your Excellency, Major General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi, President of Interpol and our keynote speaker here today. Malam Nuhu Ribadu, AIG retired, National Security Advisor, Office of the National Security Advisor, represented here by Major General A.M. Diko, retired. Your Excellency, Salem Said Al-Hansi, the United Arab Emirates Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Imam Sulaiman Ibrahim, FSI, the Honorable Minister of State Police Affairs. Senator Ambassador Ahmed Abdulmaid, Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs. Honorable Adewale Waid Ahmed, Vice Chairman House Committee on Police Affairs. General Christopher Musa, OFR, Chief of Defense Staff. Commodore Emi Manga, representing Major General Emmanuel Udiadeye, Chief of Defense Intelligence. Dr. Solomon Ehigiato Arase, IGP retired, Chairman Police Service Commission, represented here by Barrister Oyemachi Unamani, Honorable Commissioner representing the Southeast in the Police Service Commission. The Deputy Inspectors General of Police, members of the Force Management Team, Royal Fathers of the Day, and religious leaders who are here present, senior police officers present, and participants at this conference, invited guests, members of the Nigerian press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great delight that I welcome you all to this year's conference and retreat of senior police officers, the fourth edition in its series. This is a unique gathering of strategic security managers comprising of Deputy Inspectors General of Police, Assistant Inspectors General of Police, Commissioners of Police, and other heads of strategic formations of the Nigerian Police Force. It represents the broadest, most diverse, and richest professional engagement by senior police officers in the country. It is also a platform for the force leadership to critically assess the security situation in the country with a view to adequately confronting the array of challenges in the internal security space. The theme of this year's conference and retreat, fostering economic prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanism, is derived from the policing vision of the new police leadership in the country, emplacing a professionally competent, service-driven, rule of law compliant, and citizen-friendly police force, which will support the agenda of government in fostering economic recovery and growth, as well as social integration and political development of Nigeria. This conference and retreat, with the above stated theme, is therefore expected to achieve important strategic objectives which will shape the policies intended to drive the new policing visions. Upon assumption of office as the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I immediately outlined strategic and pragmatic measures to be taken to reposition the force in line with Mr. President's determination to reform and strengthen the nation's security architecture. The cardinal focus of this police administration is improving the capability of officers, standardizing service delivery, vis-a-vis driving transformative agenda, embracing the principles of transparency, accountability, and professionalism, while upholding the rights of citizens and attending to the welfare of our officers. The police force, under my watch, will engage in robust synergy with other security agencies in the country to confront head-on the menace of violent crimes in our country, restore calm to troubled areas, and engender an atmosphere of peace, safety, and security, which will promote national economic growth and prosperity. The establishment of the Special Intervention Squad, SIS, a standby team of specially trained officers to rapidly intervene in major incidents, which was immediately announced on my assumption of office, is considered immediate priority in this effort. The squad will be deployed in each command of the country to deal with the state's salient security challenges. Concrete steps have already been taken to facilitate the smooth takeoff of the SIS in 10 pilot states already identified based on the recent violent crime assessment carried out in all the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT, while the other 27 states will immediately follow. I wish to express gratitude to Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his kind approval for the specialized training starting next month of the initial team of instructors for the SIS. Thank you, Mr. President. The force recognizes that positive attitude and professional conduct of our officers are central to attaining the ideals we have chosen to embrace as the lead agency in the Nigeria's internal security. The Nigeria Police Force is conscious of the fact that in our duty to secure society and restore peace and public order, the people we are serving and protecting are our indispensable partners. The force is determined to further refine the perception of our officers to the essential concepts of human rights, the rule of law, and citizen-focused policing. Consequently, a specially packaged reorientation program for officers has commenced. Furthermore, it has been directed that a renewed emphasis should be placed on psychological and attitudinal training for all new recruits at our police training schools and colleges. Recognizing the international and cross-border nature of major crimes and the need for more collaboration with our partners, I have recently vigorously engaged international partners to create synergy in combating major crimes. In recent weeks, I attended the Global Public Security Cooperation Conference in China and engaged with the Chinese officials led by the Minister of Public Security of the People's Republic of China. the visit to China has attracted greater support of the Chinese government for the Nigerian police force. This is evidenced in the immediate action taken by the Chinese government to extend the invitation to the Nigerian police to train 15 of our officers in cybercrime in China, to be fully sponsored by the Chinese government. The selected officers, drawn from our various investigation units, MPF Cybercrime Center, Interpol Section, Intelligence Response Unit, Technical Intelligence Unit, Special Tactical Squad, Special Investigation Unit, departed Nigeria for China on Saturday, 28 October 2023, just 2 days ago, with one officer from the Research and Planning Department. Similarly, I attended the African Global Interpol Conference in Angola and had the opportunity of engaging with the hierarchy of Interpol on the need to strengthen existing synergy between the Nigerian police and Interpol concerning transborder crimes. This has brought about a renewed commitment with Interpol and increased partnership with other global players. We have secured commitment of Interpol to greater support for the force and increased partnership with Nigeria, as demonstrated by the physical presence here today of the President of Interpol, Major General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi from the United Arab Emirates. Earlier in the month, I was at the International Association of Chiefs of Police IACP conference held in San Diego, California, USA, during which I had a meeting with the Assistant Secretary of the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs of the United States. The meeting yielded better understanding and increased partnership between the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Agency of USA and the Nigerian Police Force. Specifically, an understanding was reached with the INLEA to assist and support the Nigerian police in the areas of operations and training, especially with respect to the force initiative to build a cloud database, equip police formations across the country with renewable energy sources to complement power supply and enhance our efficiency, creation of sex offenders register, and digitization of police operations nationwide. Also, the establishment of the Special Intervention Squad, which when fully in operation, is expected to increase our fighting power against terrorism, armed banditry, and other violent crimes in Nigeria, has also been given a big boost. The International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Agency of USA, as a follow-up of my meeting with the Assistant Secretary, has also immediately commenced action to assist us with the training of all our SIS commanders. 40 officers are expected to benefit from this training program. This strategic pivot outlined above will form the bedrock of our deliberation at this conference, as we tap into the wealth of experience of security experts, engage in peer review, and cross-fertilization of ideas. The deliberations will assist senior officers in understanding the priorities of the police management team to effectively conceptualize and subsequently actualize the policing mandate of the force and fulfill the desires of the federal government and the expectations of the public for enduring peace and prosperity in our country. Your Excellencies, arising from the importance of security to the attainment of economic prosperity, social integration and political development, and in the performance of its statutory mandate as lead security agency in internal security, the Nigerian police will continue to play a more unifying role to enhance stability by mobilizing personnel and material resources at our disposal for the adequate management of security and maintenance of public order and safety, including during all elections and election campaigns. Participants and resource persons at this conference and retreat are enjoined to appreciate the enormity of the responsibility placed on us as strategic security managers and experts, as we are going to critically assess our role and responsibilities in attaining the federal government's goal of economic prosperity while recalibrating our mechanism to effectively deliver on our mandate to secure the internal security space. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the police management team and all officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force, I heartily welcome you once again to the opening ceremony of this year's Police Conference and Retreat. I appreciate you all for finding time to grace this occasion. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, IGP Kayode Betokun. Please, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause. Another round of applause. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished officers, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Goodwill messages. For the non-Nigerians amongst us, our special guests visiting Nigeria probably for the first time, I welcome you to where on planet Earth you will find the highest concentration of black people, Nigeria, about 200 million plus of us. We hold the Guinness Book of World Record for that. And for those of us who are Nigerians visiting Imo for the first time, I welcome you to the Eastern Heartland, Imo State. This is one state in Nigeria that you can be very sure that our citizens don't blow themselves up. We are in the business of buying and selling. In Nigeria, they say we love money, and we don't pretend about it. If you don't love money, when you get your own, you give it to us. We are Igbo people. And when I say we are not in the business of blowing ourselves up, I mean it. You cannot trace any record of any kind of violent crime and you see that an Igbo man has ever blown himself up. Because we like to negotiate. There's no way you will convince us that if you blow yourself up, you go to heaven, they will give you 10 virgins and we will agree. No way. Because we like to negotiate, we'll ask you to at least give us 5 of the virgins here. When we now get there, maybe you pay balance. So you see, we don't do any crime that will not be alive to enjoy the proceeds. So feel safe while you're in Imo State. You're very, very safe here. The only risk you can run into when you come to the Southeast is the risk of buying what you did not plan. Because our traders are gifted in the act of convincing customers. A friend of mine came to Onitsha to buy spare parts. He ended up buying a wheelchair. And when I asked him, I said, how did you buy brain box and wheelchair? He said, it's your brothers. He kept pestering me, buy this wheelchair, buy this wheelchair. Now that it's on promo, buy it because you never can tell. He said, but I'm okay. He said, my brother, nobody knows what God is planning. Now that it's on promo, we are selling half price. If you buy this brain box, I'll remove for that 10%. That's how he bought brain box and bought wheelchair. So when you go out, you have to be careful. Our brothers, they know how to drive hard bargain. You may end up going back to your station with things that you did not plan to buy. That is the only risk you can run into here. Having said that, permit me at this point for our first Goodwill message. Let me invite the Honorable Minister of State Police Affairs. Please put your hands together for Honorable Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, FSI. If you are ready, we are ready. It's possible I would have taken her by surprise. There has been a slight adjustment in the list. We need to articulate her speech, I figure. Raf, come closer, come closer. You've been given information. I need information in real time. We'll work with information. All right. There's a little adjustment again. This is a very difficult time to be a comedian. honestly, because there are too many things on the list you can no longer joke with. The last time I did frog jump was during the oil subsidy riot, and I cannot risk it anymore. So, slight adjustment. Let me invite the Chief of Defense Staff to kickstart this segment of the program. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as I invite General Christopher Musa, OFR. Please, a big round of applause. It deserves bigger. We are talking about the Chief of Defense Staff here. Let me also inform all of us that this program is being carried live on 5 different major televisions.
Thank you very much. Having warned us about being careful of what you are asking for, I can assure you that when I came here and I drove around and I asked for items that are required for the military, the governor gave me correct and complete. So we'll continue to ask for more, and I'm sure we'll get correct and complete. Thank you very much. I'm highly delighted to be here today. Your Excellency, thank you very much. His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, represented by the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, His Excellency Senator Dr. Ibrahim Gaidam, CON, FCNA, FCPA, FIMCN. I've just returned from Maiduguri, having been the theater commander for 19 months, so I've seen the good job you have done in Yobe, Your Excellency. I want to compliment you. Thank you very much. His Excellency, our Chief Host, Senator Hope Uzodimma, Executive Governor of Imo State and the Chairman, Progressive Governors Forum. His Excellency, Dr. Alex Oti, Executive Governor of Abia State, represented by Navy Commander MacDonald Uba, retired. His Excellency, Right Honorable Francis Obona Nwifuru, Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, represented by Her Excellency, Princess Patricia Onyemachi Obila, Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State. We have so many excellencies, so we're really very honored. And it shows that we all appreciate what the police is doing. Thank you very much. His Excellency Major General Nasser El-Raisi, President of Interpol and Keynote Speaker, you are most welcome to Nigeria. Malanuhu Rubadu, the National Security Advisor, Office of the National Security Advisor, represented by Major General A.M. Diko. Let me add here that I'm standing here because they taught us very well. We were in 2018, we were at the theater together when he was the Task Force Commander, Operation Last Hold. I was the sector commander. So today I'm standing here and he is there. I want to welcome you. Thank you very much, sir. And while coming here, Your Excellency, I had the privilege of meeting my classmates. And that's why I'm happy to be in Owerri today. I never knew he was going to be here, and he now knew I was going to be here. We have been primary school mates right from Sokoto, because we were born and raised in Sokoto together. Mr. Wale Olaoye with the Halogen Securities. You are also welcome. Pardon me to stand on the already established protocols so that we don't waste so much time. My goodwill message. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today, not just as the Chief of Defense Staff, but as a concerned citizen of Nigeria who is deeply interested in the security and prosperity of our great nation. I feel greatly honored to be invited to present a goodwill message at this very important conference with the theme, Fostering Economic Prosperity, Social Integration, and Political Development through Enhanced Internal Security Mechanism. This theme is very apt and recalls the need for economic, social, and political developments in order to strengthen Nigerian security mechanism. In a rapidly changing world where complex security challenges transcend national boundaries, it is imperative that we strengthen our internal security apparatus to effectively safeguard our nation's economic development, social fabric, and political stability. Nigeria, with its vast human and natural resources, has the potential to become a global economic powerhouse. However, achieving sustained economic prosperity requires a secure and stable environment that nurtures investment, innovation, and entrepreneurship. This can only be achieved in a peaceful and conducive environment. It is therefore our collective responsibility as security agencies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to create an atmosphere of tranquility where businesses can flourish and individuals can pursue their aspirations without any inhibition. Similarly, social integration is a fundamental pillar for the development and well-being of any nation. Nigeria is a diverse country, rich in ethnic, religious, and cultural diversity. By promoting inclusive policing practices, respecting human rights, and building strong community partnership, we can foster social cohesion and harmony, which are vital for nation building. It is worthy to note that the Nigerian police, as a critical component of Nigerian security architecture, have over the years continued to play crucial roles in upholding the integrity of our democratic system and ensuring socio-economic activities thrives. This, I must say, is highly commendable. The IGP, I highly commend you with your men for doing a good job. To sustain these achievements and mitigate the multifaceted security issues hindering development and prosperity in our country, we must embrace a comprehensive and synergistic approach to security. Collaboration and coordination among various security agencies are key to addressing the multidimensional challenges we are facing. And that's why I want to assure you that the members of the Armed Forces of Nigeria will continue to support you in performing your mandate. As the Chief of Defense Staff and Security Mechanisms, the Armed Forces recognizes the importance of collaboration and partnership between the military, the police force, and other security agencies in ensuring the safety and well-being of our citizens. By building trust and cooperation, we can create an environment where citizens are collectively involved in the security process, reporting suspicious activities and working hand in hand with the police to prevent and combat crime. And that's why we always take advantage to appeal to the citizens that the security agencies cannot do it alone. Security is everybody's responsibility. The rapid advancement in technology and the swiftness of information sharing have continued to create daunting challenges to security operations. This is because non-state actors also utilize these capabilities to easily assess the public and influence them by propagating their untoward agenda. In like manner, security agencies must embrace technology capabilities in our security operations to enhance our intelligence gathering capabilities, improving information sharing and facilitate timely and effective responses to security incidents. Training programs and capacity building initiatives in this regard should be prioritized to equip our officers with the necessary skills and knowledge to harness these technology advancements. On behalf of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, I want to express my appreciation and administration for the dedicated service and sacrifices made by the crop of seasoned officers of the Nigerian police force. Your commitment to upholding the principles of justice, fairness, and the rule of law is commendable. I urge you to continue being exemplary leaders and role models within your respective spheres of influence. Let us seize this opportunity to forge strong partnership, share best practices, and develop innovative strategies that will foster economic prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanisms. Together, we can build a safer and more prosperous Nigeria for the present and future generations. Before I conclude, I must commend the organizers of this conference for their vision and foresight in bringing together renowned resource persons to deliberate on the critical issues of fostering economic prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanisms. I am optimistic that on completion of this conference, the participants will have deepened their understanding on the theme of the retreat. I want to once again thank His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, for hosting us well, including all the other excellencies in the Southeast. I wish you all a successful and productive conference. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The first of the Goodwill messages will be receiving at this event by the only serving 4-star general currently in this country, Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa OFR. Can we please put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much. It is very heartwarming when this collaboration between the security agencies is evident, of course, not just in the remarks, not just in speech, but even in practice, knowing very well how important each of these agencies is in ensuring that this country is kept safe, secure, and united. Your Excellency, the President and special guest of honor at this event, Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I will be inviting for a brief message of goodwill on this occasion, the National Security Advisor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, represented on this occasion by Major General A.M. Diko, retired. Can we please put our hands together for the representative of the NSA as it comes forward for his goodwill message. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can do better with the applause. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much.
The President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Minister for Police Affairs, Senator Dr. Ibrahim Gaidam, CON. The host governor, Governor Hope Uzodinma, the Minister of State for Police Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi, the head of Interpol, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun. Please permit me to stand on all other existing established protocols. My name is Major General Abba Mohammed Diko, retired. Thank you, Chief of Defense Staff, for your compliments. It takes a good learner to identify a good teacher. It is a great pleasure to represent the National Security Advisor on this auspicious occasion of the 4th edition of the Strategic Security Conference and Retreat for Senior Police Officers. The National Security Advisor, who is from the police constituency, would have been delighted to attend the conference himself. However, due to exigencies of duty, he is unable to be here in person. As such, he has directed me to represent him and respectfully convey his apologies as well as best wishes. So, his remarks, whatever I say, is in the language of Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. Let me start by expressing my sincere appreciation to the Nigerian Police Force for the invitation to share my thoughts at this auspicious occasion. Indeed, this opportunity could not have come at a better time, considering the various security challenges confronting our beloved country and the current drive by Mr. President to set the nation on a renewed trajectory. The theme of the conference, fostering economic prosperity, social integration, and political development through enhanced internal security mechanisms, is therefore apt and timely. The conference would undoubtedly afford us the opportunity to discuss pertinent security issues affecting the country. The conference would also provide a veritable platform to review the conduct of the Nigerian police operations, training activities, and other key issues. We are all aware that we are at a period where the nation is faced with daunting and multifaceted challenges. This is coupled with the impact of recent economic downturn and stiff competition for dwindling national resources, among other issues. There is therefore no gainsaying that we must devise means to bridge all obstacles that could hinder the advancement of Nigeria's economy and create the enabling environment for a prosperous future for the citizenry. I therefore have no doubt that our interaction during this conference shall elucidate actionable ideas that will undoubtedly set the stage for us to achieve our desired objectives. The Office of the National Security Advisor, on its part, will continue to explore new ways and means of enhancing collaboration with all stakeholders to effectively checkmate security threats and set conditions for a stable and prosperous environment for the Nigerian people. The Office of the National Security Advisor will also remain resolute in supporting the Nigerian police force and indeed all relevant stakeholders towards enhancing national security and the socio-economic well-being of the nation. At this juncture, let me use this opportunity to convey my gratitude to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his unrelenting effort in moving Nigeria on the path of progress. I also extend my gratitude to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ebetokun, for inviting me to this all-important conference. I appreciate you for your continuous efforts in promoting law and order, fostering socio-economic integration, and enhancing peace and security in Nigeria. I also commend you for working assiduously to make this conference a reality. I thank all distinguished invited guests once again for making this auspicious gathering worthwhile. There is no gainsaying that we shall forge a new path to guarantee our cohesiveness and resolve in moving this great nation forward. Thank you and all once again, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the thoughts there are those of the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, but then the words are from his representative. And you will agree with me that he has so wonderfully and eloquently discharged of that responsibility of being an excellent representative of the National Security Advisor. He may be retired from active service, but is definitely not tired of contributing to the development of this country. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, can we please give another round of applause to Major General A.M. Diko, retired, the representative of the National Security Advisor. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I had earlier informed us that this event is just the opening ceremony, and I want to thank and welcome all of those who are watching the live telecast across the different television stations that are bringing the signals live from here at the Landmark Event Center in Owerri, the headquarters of the Eastern Heartland state of Imo, to the different parts of this country and beyond where this event is being watched from. We thank all of you and we welcome you, and of course remind us that this is a conference and retreat for senior officers of the Nigeria Police, and this opening ceremony has representation from practically the different security agencies who are here to show that interagency collaboration with these Nigeria Police officers. We're going to take another brief Goodwill message here, and this is going to come from a representative of the legislative arm of government, that arm of government that has got oversight responsibility over the activities of the executive and other areas of concern in this country. The representatives of the people who, of course, get to speak, get to get their minds and their thoughts out there in the National Assembly through their representatives. It is therefore on that note that I want to respectfully invite Chairman, Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Abdul Hamid Maduri, to kindly come up here, sir, for his message of goodwill. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to please request that we do not get tired of clapping. Please put your hands together for the distinguished senator as he comes up here to present his message of goodwill. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by Senator Ibrahim Gaiden, Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Your Excellency, our own, the Governor of Imo State, Senator Hof Ozuduma, Your Excellencies, the representative of governors of Abia, Ebonyi, and Enugu, distinguished guests, let me stand on the existing protocol established by the previous speakers. It is an honor to address you today at the Strategic Security Conference and Retreat for Senior Police Officers in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria, as the Senate Committee Chairman on Police Affairs. I am delighted to be part of this distinguished gathering and extend my gratitude and special thanks to the Acting Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Ebetun, who has made this conference possible. As senior police officers, you carry the responsibility of safeguarding our communities and upholding the principles of justice and law enforcement. I recognize the numerous security challenges we are facing and the demanding nature of this task. Nevertheless, I am confident that by working together, we can overcome these challenges. During this conference, we have the opportunity to foster a healthy and constructive dialogue, exchange of knowledge and best practices, and generate innovative ideas that can help combat the threat facing our nation by leveraging our collective expertise. We can also create a comprehensive solution that addresses the complex nature of the security landscape in Nigeria. As we deliberate on these issues, I urge each and every one of you to think creatively and holistically. Our quest for effective security solution requires an integrated approach that encompasses social, economic, and political dimensions, not just law enforcement. Let me also urge you to explore technological advancement and their application in law enforcement. The fourth industrial revolution has brought about significant progress in technological advancement, such as artificial intelligence, data analytics, and surveillance technologies. By responsibly harnessing these tools, we can amplify our effectiveness in maintaining peace and security. Furthermore, we should recommit ourselves to community policing. We must encourage collaboration and trust amongst law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve. By cultivating positive relationships, we can also facilitate intelligence gathering, early detection of threats, and effective crime prevention. The Senate and the House committees on police affairs are readily available to give legislative support to and facilitate the realization of any initiative that may require legislative backing. In conclusion, I want once again express my gratitude to everyone who contributed to this conference and retreat, especially His Excellency Hope Oziduma, Senator Hope Oziduma. That's our Executive Governor of Imo State, the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Senator Ibrahim Gaidan, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Ebeku, the organizers, participants, and guests. Together, let us use this event as a catalyst for positive change that will secure a peaceful and prosperous Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Chairman, Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Federal Republic of Nigeria. But let me also point out that for those of us in Imo State, we know that our governor is Senator Hope Uzodimma. Yes, I just had to put that before INEC will ask for affidavit of change of name. Yeah. All right. Next to speak, it's Eleanor Roosevelt, the former First Lady of the United States, who said that a woman is like a tea bag. You can never tell how strong until it's immersed in hot water. Our women in Nigeria have shown that every time they've been called upon, they are equal to the task. ladies and gentlemen, to give us the remark from the Ministry of Police Affairs, permit me to invite the Minister of State Police Affairs, Honorable Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, FSI. Please a round of applause as she comes forward. In her dual capacity, she'll give us a goodwill message, and I'm sure mingle it with her remarks for today. You're welcome, ma. Please, one more time, a round of applause. Please appreciate it.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, His Excellency, Senator Dr. Ibrahim Gaidam, CON, FCNA, FCPA, FIMCN. His Excellency, My Excellency, Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Executive Governor of Imo State and the Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, other representatives of state governors here present, His Excellency Major General Ahmed Nasir Al-Raisi, President of the Interpol, and our keynote speaker. I'd also like to represent our very own Vice President of the Interpol, AIG Garba retired, Mala Nuhu Ribado, AIG retired, National Security Advisor, ably represented by one of our finest, Major General A.M. Dikko retired, His Excellency Salim Said Al-Shamsi, the Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Ambassador Ahmed Abdul Hamid, our Chairman, Senate Committee on Police Affairs, the Deputy Chairman, the Vice Chairman, Police Affairs Committee in the House of Representatives, Honorable Adewale Wahid Hamid, General Christopher Musa, Chief of Defense Staff, Commodore M.A. Manga representing the CDI, representing the Chairman, Police Service Commission, Barrister Innamani, my dear friend and sister, the DG of NEPAD and the New Partnership for Africa, Princess Gloria Akubondo, the First Management Team, the Royal Fathers, senior police officers. I'm here to present the goodwill message on behalf of the ministry. So this is His Excellency, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam's message, because he's representing the CNC. It is with great honor and pleasure that I stand before you today as the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs on the occasion of the 4th Retreat and Conference for the Senior Police Officers and Heads of Police Formation. I extend my warmest greetings to all of you gathered here in the vibrant city of Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. This retreat marks a significant milestone in our collective effort to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of our nation's police force. It provides us with a valuable opportunity to reflect on our achievements, discuss the challenges we face, chart a course for the future as leaders within the Nigerian police force. Your dedication, commitment, unwavering service to our great nation deserves our utmost respect and appreciation. Law enforcement is an essential pillar of any society, and our responsibility as police officers is to ensure the safety, security, and well-being of our citizens. We face numerous challenges in carrying out the noble task, ranging from organized crime and terrorism to cyber threats and communal conflicts. However, I firmly believe that with the right strategies, resources, and determination, we can overcome these challenges and build a safer Nigeria for all of us. This retreat serves as a platform for us to engage in meaningful discussions, exchange ideas, learn from each other's experiences. Let us seize the opportunity to reflect on the progress we have made so far and identify areas where we can further improve. We must address issues such as capacity building, professional ethics, community engagement, and the use of technology to enhance our policing methods. In this era of rapid technological advancement, we must embrace innovation, leverage on digital tools, enhance our effectiveness. Technology can assist us in crime prevention, intelligence gathering, and the investigation of complex cases. Therefore, I urge you all to explore and adopt cutting-edge technologies that can support our mission of maintaining law and order. Furthermore, community engagement is crucial in bridging the gap between police and the public. We must strive and build trust, foster positive relationships, and actively involve local communities in our efforts to fight crime. By working hand in hand with the people we serve, we can create a safer environment and promote a sense of ownership and responsibility for security. I also want to emphasize the importance of professional ethics and integrity. As a senior officer and leaders, you must set the highest standard of conduct and lead by example, uphold the principle of fairness, transparency, and accountability. This is paramount to winning the trust and confidence of Nigerian people. Let us work together to eliminate corruption and misconduct within our ranks and build a police force that is respected and admired. As we deliberate during this retreat, I encourage you to think critically, share your expertise, propose innovative solutions. Let us seize this opportunity to strengthen our collaboration, forge partnerships, and develop strategies that will enable us to overcome the challenges that we face. Together, we can build a police force that is responsive, professional, dedicated to serving and protecting our citizens. May I commend and applaud the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeola Ubetekum, PhD, and his management team for your unwavering commitment and sustaining the lofty ideals of this annual conference and retreat. Time will not fail me to also express my gratitude to the host, His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodinma, and the good people of Imo State for being such great hosts and for hosting this gathering of critical security minds. This reflects your love and passion for safety of lives and properties. Our thoughts and good wishes are with you and the good people of Imo State as you approach the forthcoming general elections. In closing, I extend my gratitude to all organizers, participants, sponsors who have made this retreat possible. I have no doubt that the knowledge gained and the relationship forged during this event will have a lasting impact on our police force, ultimately contribute to a safer and more prosperous Nigeria. On a personal note, I would like to commend and applaud His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his political will and prioritization in strengthening internal security. This is unprecedented. And also, I would like to appreciate our men and officers of the Nigerian Police Force. They always say that the police, that policing is not a profession, it's a calling. We pray for your safety, and we pledge our commitment to ensuring a better and a stronger police force. I thank you all for listening. I wish us all a resounding success in this retreat. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and long live the Nigerian Police Force, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Honorable Imam Suleiman Ibrahim FSI, the Honorable Minister of State, the Ministerial Police Affairs. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have, of course, had cause to repeatedly state that this is an event where the outcome is expected to improve the operational efficiency of the Nigeria Police. Of course, through all of these people who are leaders in their respective units, in their respective commands, in the respective offices as senior officers of the Nigeria Police Force. It is also important that at an event like this, that we have an opportunity of listening to shared experiences, especially from those who do similar jobs in other jurisdictions and who, of course, can bring some of the experience to bear so that there can be some sort of peer review, and this will improve, of course, the work of the lead organization in charge of ensuring that this country is kept safe. We are therefore going to rejig the program a little bit and take the keynote speech at this event. And we've been told it's going to be a very brief one. But of course, it's definitely going to be a very impactful one, especially if you take into consideration the caliber of the keynote speaker. The International Police Organization, Interpol, facilitates worldwide police cooperation and crime control. It is the largest international police organization in the world, made up of 194 countries, with its headquarters in Lyon, France. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, we're having as keynote speaker at this event the gentleman who currently leads Interpol. He also heads the police formation in his native country of the United Arab Emirates. And very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, He will be the one to give the keynote speech at this event. It is therefore on that note that I want to respectfully invite our keynote speaker, Major General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi, the President of Interpol, to kindly come forward. Can we please put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much. It's his first time in Nigeria. We usually give a warmer round of applause. Can we please give him another round of applause? Thank you very, very much. The President of Interpol, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it's 195 countries, which is the members of the Interpol, and it's going to be 196 this year. His Excellency Senator Ibrahim Gaiden, Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, the representative of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Hope Osdeman, Executive Governor of Omo State, Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am pleased to be in Nigeria at the 4th edition of the Conference and Retreat of Senior Police Officers. Founded in 1930, Nigeria Police Forces has continued to action its vision of making Nigeria safer and more secure for everyone living here. Since joining Interpol in 1960, Nigeria has also played a key role in tackling regional and international crime. The Nigerian police force of 350,000 has been crucial in ensuring the safety and security of the local population, while working alongside with other police forces from the neighboring countries to fight against organized crime in West Africa. As leaders in policing, it's our collective responsibilities to safeguard the lives of people within our communities and beyond. In our capacity, we have the power to enhance security, to promote cooperation, and to facilitate knowledge sharing. Nigeria's geostrategic location has attracted organized criminal groups who often smuggle illicit goods or use Nigeria as a stepping stone to reach other continents. Interpol's National Central Bureau in Abuja is fundamental in maintaining national and regional security. Nigeria has played a vital role in several Interpol operations and initiatives over the years, demonstrating its commitment to tackling transnational crimes. This year alone, the joint Interpol-Afripol operation, Flash Aweka, targeted human trafficking and migrants smugglers, resulting in over 1,000 arrests worldwide, thanks to the support of Nigeria, several countries. And also Operation Jackal, which took place in May of this year, tackled West Africa-based organized crime, a group like Black Axe, recognized and recovered over 2 million euros, identifying more than 200 bank accounts linked to the illicit activities of online financial crimes. Your national police force has also supported the fight against cybercrime in another joint Interpol-Afripol initiative Nigeria worked along with 24 other countries across Africa to identify criminal networks linked to large financial losses. As a result of Operation Africa Cyber Surge, 14 suspects, cyber criminals were arrested, and over 20,000 suspicious cyber networks were identified, and over $40 million were recovered. Interpol's role would not be possible without the support of the member countries, including its 54 member countries across Africa. Africa is a very important region which has a great future and a bright future. You continue to assist us to ensure that innocent victims are protected from some of the most common crime trends facing Africa, including human trafficking and migrant smuggling and financial crimes and fraud and also cyber crimes. As the economic and political and technological landscape continue to evolve rapidly, and as we navigate a period of uncertainty, it is more important than ever before to join forces to tackle the challenges of tomorrow. As the technology advances, we will experience more and more complex challenges, with the criminals taking advantage of boundaries between the physical and digital to create more sophisticated, borderless criminal landscape. Interpol's member countries are stronger together by staying ahead of the curve and anticipating police challenges of the future. We can target organized criminal groups conducting financial crimes which undetermined global financial systems, slowing down economic growth. The strengthened efforts against financial crimes and corruption. However, our work is not possible without the support of our 195 member countries. Our Financial Crime and Anti-Corruption Center support member countries with the transnational investigations and shares crucial information with stakeholders to hold criminals accountable. We also target global illicit financial flows, directing our efforts towards different types of money laundering schemes and to help recovering illicit funds. Together, we must encourage to ensure a shared responsibility, to exchange expertise and knowledge, and solutions for increased cooperation to make the world a safer place for us all. This is essential in the fight against the most challenging crime in the region and worldwide, especially as the criminal activities grow increasingly borderless and digital. I pledge to continue supporting our partners in law enforcement from around the world in their fights against any evolving forms of crimes. Thank you, IG, the Inspector General of Police, and the government of Nigeria for inviting me here to be with you today. I also feel the warmth of your hearts and the smiles from the first minute I got in Nigeria. I look forward to working more closely together. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Major General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi, the President of Interpol. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands together for our keynote speaker one more time? The best of keynotes are not necessarily the longest. The issues of which he discussed of course, rather briefly, but certainly enough for us to appreciate the importance of the cooperation that is espoused by Interpol, welding together, well, according to him, the soon-to-be 196 countries that make up the International Police Organization. They do an excellent job, and we're grateful that this gentleman accepted this invitation and came all the way to come and give a keynote at this event. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to request that you give another round of applause to the President of Interpol. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, very many years ago, hundreds of years ago, the celebrated English writer William Shakespeare authored the classic Romeo and Juliet. And one of the questions asked in that book, which has become a recurring decimal, is the question, what is in a name? What is in a name? As Africans, we understand that names carry quite a lot of significance, which is why sometimes people even change their names when they do not agree with what that name means, what it denotes, or what it stands for. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the word hope is a feeling of expectation, especially that of positive expectation, which is why no matter how bad things get for people, you often hear people say that all hope is not lost. As a matter of fact, it is when things have gone irredeemably bad that you hear people say that all hopes have finally been lost. It is therefore important that we note that hope is one of the most critical attributes of humans. It is the one thing that sustains interest and participation. It's the one thing that a good number of people still hold on to when everything else seems to have failed. The people of Imo State over the past few years have had the privilege of being led by a gentleman who was aptly named Hope. And if you follow the trajectory of the work that he has done as governor, you would see that in the different areas of education, of infrastructure, of health, of job creation, of sports, of leadership, that this gentleman, as his name means, has restored hope to this state, has renewed hope to Imolites, and will definitely continue to sustain hope that they have in his leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the challenges of being a leader is being able to identify whether the people behind you are following you or they are chasing you. If you go around Imo State, you will agree with me that due to the wonderful work that he has done, the people of Imo are happy to follow their governor, Senator Hope Uzodimma. It is therefore my pleasure and privilege for the second year running to invite this very personable gentleman, this governor that has done exceedingly well for his people, to come forward and address the top brass of the Nigerian police at this event. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma. Please put your hands together for the governor as he speaks to us. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency Senator Ibrahim Gadam, the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Your Excellencies, my brothers, the governors of Abia, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and Anambra State, ably represented by their deputies, except that of Anambra State by the Special Advisor on Security. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Professor Placid Njoko, the Honorable Minister of State for Police Affairs, Honorable Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, the President of Interpol, Ahmed Nasir Arais, the Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Abdul Hamid Madori, the Chairman House Committee on Police Affairs, Honorable Maki Yearman, the Chairman Police Service Commission, Dr. Solomon Arese, IGP retired, the National Security Advisor, ably represented by Major General Diko, retired, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adeolu Ebotokum, the representative of the DG, Department of State Security Services, Mr. I.T. Wakos, heads of security agencies and paramilitary organizations in the Federal Republic of Nigeria and their representatives, the Vice President of Interpol in Africa, Garoba Omar, Chairman and members of federal commissions and agencies of government, especially Princess Gloria Akobondo, the DG NEPAD, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of UAE in Nigeria, very senior Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, and other security officers, heads of security agencies and paramilitary organizations in Imo State, members of Imo State Expanded Executive Council, Chairman Imo State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Highness Eze Isi Okeke CFR, and other Royal Highnesses, men and officers of the armed forces, police officers, and other sister agencies, distinguished invited guests, and personalities here gathered, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government and good people of Imo State, I most heartily welcome you to Owerri, the hospitality capital of the Southeast. It gladdens my heart that you are hosting this conference in Imo State. It is indeed reassuring that the high-profile groups and institutions such as yours have been flocking to the state since this year for important conferences and seminars such as this. All these are clear pointers to the fact that peace has returned to our state, having restored security in the state. Let me therefore use this auspicious opportunity to commend the police for their gallantry in the processes that led to the restoration of this peace. Working in concert with other security agencies, the Nigerian police has demonstrated an uncommon commitment in the discharge of their constitutional duties. Regrettably, some officers paid the supreme price in the course of this assignment. Imo people, and indeed all Nigerians, will remain eternally grateful to them for their gallantry and the invaluable sacrifice. My administration will continue to stand by the families of such fallen heroes. The Imo example clearly underscores the critical role the police play in the maintenance of law and order in our dear country, Nigeria. This is why I consider your theme for this conference, TOWIT, fostering national unity through enhanced internal security mechanism, very apt. As I already alluded to, the Imo experience clearly exemplifies this role. This is so because national unity is best fostered in an atmosphere of peace. National unity cannot thrive in an atmosphere of violence and criminality. An institution such as the police is therefore a sine qua non for national unity, because its primary constitutional duty is to keep the country safe. For emphasis, however, let me say that internal security offers citizens the opportunity to enjoy the unfettered rights of the freedoms granted in our Constitution and the rule of law, which is the irreducible minimum factor for national unity. Now it is the duty of the government to ensure that internal security is guaranteed for the citizenry so that nationhood can have a healthy environment to thrive. To achieve this, the government empowers the police by law to secure the country for the citizens. This is an apt situation of the role of the police in fostering national unity through enhanced internal security. To this end, let us examine how the Nigerian police have fared in this regard. There are two sides to scrutinize here. The first is to look at the law establishing the Nigerian police. And the second is to see the extent the police have gone in keeping faith with those statutes. A creation of the Constitution, under Section 214, the police have omnibus roles in both the protection of lives and property and the prevention of crime generally. According to Section 4 of the Police Act, the duties of the police include prevention and detection of crime, apprehension of offenders, preservation of law and order, protection of lives and properties, due enforcement of laws and regulations whenever they are directly charged, performance of such military duties within and outside Nigeria when necessary. We therefore mention duties expected of the police. There is no doubt that they have the most crucial role to play in fostering national unity through enhanced internal security mechanisms, which is the theme of this conference. The natural question, therefore, is whether the police have been adequately empowered in terms of personnel, training, logistics to perform this crucial role. The scrutiny is needful because having the relevant laws is important, but adequately equipping the police for the task is even more important. Since 1964, when we had the first indigenous Inspector General of Police, we have had 22 Inspector Generals of Police, including the present one. I can say without fear of equivocation that all the Inspector Generals of Police have worked very hard to enhance operational capacity of the force. I also know that countless dedicated and patriotic officers and men who continue to make efforts to protect lives and property will always be found in the police force. I know the image of the police before Nigerians has not always been the best. A number of incidents here and there, coupled with the natural presence of some bad eggs, have not helped matters. But if truth must be told, we deserve the police that we have. If we have an unruly police, then we have played a role in creating them. And if we should have a share of the blame, if we have an efficient police, it is also because we encourage them. At times, I wonder why our police officers excel during foreign missions and fall short here when they come home. Could it be due to the environment or because of the motivation and the incentives that are not sufficient? That is why we need to explore, as policymakers, how to capacitate Nigerian police and make them more effective and efficient. For some time, there have been debates as to what we pay our policemen and our welfare packages for them. Even last week, some senators canvassed increased salaries and other welfare packages for our policemen. I can't agree less. I know that there is an insurance scheme for our policemen, but I don't know if the amount being paid to bereaved families is adequate enough. However, I'm confident that the Police High Command and the federal government are capable of responding to these issues so that we can make the service more attractive. On the other hand, I'm suggesting that those of us who benefit from the services and sacrifices of the police should also offer them some incentives to motivate them to serve us better. I'm referring to state governments. I may not have all the details, but I strongly suspect that our police are both underfunded and under-equipped. They could also do with additional training and more incentives. The evidence does not appear difficult to find. From vehicles, you see the kind of vehicles they use, equipment, including ammunition, communication gadgets, uniforms, protective gears. The police are crying for more. I think they deserve to be responded to. In this regard, I see every need to fortify our policemen and women with additional high technology-driven amphibious skills, both in the air, in the marine, and even on land, for proper policing of the country. This will equip them to effectively combat such major threats to our internal security. Of late, we have seen how our economy is being sabotaged, such as crude oil theft, cybercrime, and unbridled banditry. As we all know, these are real modern day existential threats to our nationhood. Furthermore, I think the time has come for us as leaders to walk our talks. There is an urgent need to demonstrate concrete commitment to the welfare and operational capacity of the Nigerian police. My submission here is that the National Assembly should, as a matter of urgency, come up with a bill for a special police fund. Under this arrangement, both the national and subnational government must agree for a special percentage from the Federation account to be reserved for the continuous and sufficient funding of the Nigerian police. Equally, high network corporate bodies, including banks, oil companies, should be made to mandatorily contribute a specified percentage of their annual profit to the police fund. Needless to add that enhancing internal security to foster national unity should not be left for the government alone. High-profile corporate citizens should be concerned as well. I'm happy to report to you that in Imo State, we as a government have been doing our best to assist all the security agencies working in the state. Like I alluded to during my opening remarks, those who paid the supreme price in line of duties in the state have not been abandoned by this administration. Such gestures will certainly augment the official packages for these men and women who are sacrificing their lives for the protection of lives and properties in our country. We are also doing our best in providing the police with necessary equipment and logistics, such as patrol vehicles, communication gadgets, specified technologies, and armored vehicles. As for their role in fostering national unity through enhanced internal security mechanism, there is no doubt that they have the will to do what is expected of them, like other security agencies. What is maybe lacking is the efficient synergy among these agencies. We have had cause in the past to worry about the apparent and unnecessary rivalry among them. I don't believe that that kind of attitude will yield the results that we deserve as a nation. But of late, all the security agencies in Nigeria have shown synergy and have shown this high sense of cooperation that they are now working as a family. No wonder the level of insecurity has reduced tremendously. As we all know, the police are the closest security agency to the civilian populace, so that they have a relationship that easily assists them in carrying out their duties. The civilians trust the police the more, and they are very afraid of the military. The police understands the nuances of the civilians. So the police are in a far better position to sustain national unity through enhanced internal security mechanism. While I leave you to work on these suggestions at your technical sessions, let me assure you that the government of Imo State will continue to assist security agencies, including the police, in the discharge of their constitutional duties. In the next couple of days, we shall be holding our governorship election in the state. I charge you to be professional, as always, in the exercise of your assignment. Do not give room to hoodlums to disrupt the election. Just take charge and do your jobs as prescribed by the Constitution. On that note, I wish you a very successful and fruitful deliberation. In your spare time, feel free to explore our city and its environs. Like I said, Owerri is the capital city of hospitality in the southeast, and our people are very friendly and accommodating. So try and have some recreation while you are here. And if you are satisfied, we are expecting you to come back next year. Thank you, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. With those few lines, our state is known for hospitality. If we impress you, if you have a good time, come back again. Your Excellency, you know that is why they keep coming back. They were here last year, they are here again. Our people are really taking care of them. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, a big round of applause for our governor, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma Onwa. As His Excellency takes his seat, let me remind this House that Imo was the first state to recognize the importance of the environment through the Clean and Green Initiative, and under the leadership of the current IG, the Nigerian Police Force is also becoming more and more sensitive to the environment, because they understand that a healthy and clean environment has a way of affecting the mood of the people who live in it. If your environment is clean and healthy, your likelihood of embracing peace exists. That is why we encourage our guests today to make sure you don't leave until you go visit the green area created by the Nigerian police. Take a picture there, you will love it. When His Excellency was walking in, he had huge admiration for how that area had been transformed. So please, make sure and encourage and support the Nigerian police in this new quest to be more environmentally friendly. Having said that, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful kickstart of this conference. But the high point today is the address by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, who is ably represented today by a man who was the past governor of Yobe State, did so well that his people re-elected him to go represent them in the Senate to represent the Yobe East Senatorial District. But the president, in his wisdom, said, no, we still need your service at the national level, and appointed him the Honorable Minister in charge of Police Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause as I invite, representing the President of the Federal Republic, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, CON. Please, a round of applause as he steps forward today to give us the President's address. Please, another round of applause, another round of applause. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم. His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who I am representing. My name is Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, CON, Minister of Police Affairs. His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma, Executive Governor of Imo State and Chairman, Progressive Governors Forum. His Excellency Dr. Alec Oti, Executive Governor of Abia State, represented by Navy Commander MacDonald, retired. His Excellency Right Honorable Francis, Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, represented by Her Excellency Princess Patricia, Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State. His Excellency Dr. Peter Mba, Executive Governor of Enugu State, represented by His Excellency Barrister Afenyi Usai, Deputy Governor of Enugu State. His Excellency Major General Ahmed Nasser Al-Rasi, President of Interpol and keynote speaker of this occasion. Malam Nuhu Ribado, AIG retired, National Security Advisor, Office of the National Security Advisor, represented by Major General A.M. Diko, retired. His Excellency Salim Said Al-Shami, the United Arab Emirates Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Imam Suleiman, FCI, Honorable Minister of State of Police Affairs. Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Kayode Eduli, PhD, NPM. Senator Ambassador Ahmed Abdulhamid, Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs. Honorable Adewale Wahid Ahmed, Vice Chairman, House Committee on Police Affairs. The DIGs here present, AIGs here present, General Christopher Musa, OFR, Chief of Defense Staff. Commando M.A. Manga, representing Major General Emmanuel, Chief of Defense Intelligence. Dr. Solomon Aresi, IGF retired, Chairman Police Service Commission, duly represented by Barrister Namani, Honorable Commissioner representing the Southeast. The first management team, royal fathers of the day and religious leaders, other senior police officers here present, good afternoon. I am taking on the speech of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I am delighted to address this great gathering of senior strategic managers of the Nigerian Police Force, which is the first national security conference in the life of this administration. I commend the Inspector General of Police and the police management team for coming up with a team which appropriately encapsulates my desire for a great nation. Indeed, the economic prosperity, social integration, and political development and stability of a nation thrives only when safety, security, and public order are pursued and guaranteed. At no time in the life of Nigeria is our prosperity more tied to security than in the last decade. Increase in the number of complexity of our security challenges have deprived us of our collective aspirations to develop our nation and because to our posterity and equity, prosperous and united country. Nigeria's pathway to economic growth and development is laced with debilitating security challenges, which we must confront determinedly. I wish to remind you that during my inaugural address, I stated unequivocally that security shall be the top priority of our administration because neither prosperity nor justice can prevail amidst insecurity and violence. I followed the observation up by promising that my administration shall reform both our security doctrine and its architecture. Distinguished guests and senior officers, this is the time to introduce key reforms to reposition the police to be more effective in the performance of their mandate, which is internal security, public safety, and order. This administration has matched its most with action, as I have given approval and funding support for local and overseas training of officers to better equip them and enable them to enhance the institutional capacity of the police force to secure the nation and consequently make Nigeria safe for foreign direct investment, economic activities, social integration, and stability in the political space. Insecurity has adversely affected the nation's economic growth. Security threats in the Niger Delta region largely affected the daily crude oil output of the country, thereby depriving us of the much-needed revenue. The perennial clashes between farmers and herders also affect the nation's capacity to improve our output in agriculture. These and other instances issues which we must confront if we want to move the nation forward and create a society conducive for economic prosperity and national development. As I address you today, I restate my pledge to you and to all Nigerians. We shall continue to invest resources to improve the quality of police personnel, upgrade equipment, and acquire more security assets to make the job of policing easier across the length and breadth of the nation. Just like we have undertaken to review the take-home pay of workers across the public sector, we shall also review the allowances and living and working conditions of our police officers and men. This is in addition to providing more firepower to enhance police efficiency in their battle against criminals. The complexity of today's criminal landscape requires that security agencies collaborate among themselves to manage the nation's security. To underscore my desire to address the nation's security challenges, in my first week as president, I visited the National Counter-Terrorism Center, where I called the nation's security agencies to share intelligence and establish a framework of interagency collaboration. I again reiterate this call as I address you today to work to strengthen partnership and network with key agencies both within and outside the country. By the nature of their operational structure, the police are present in virtually every local government in Nigeria. I therefore charge you to use your daily interaction and influence with citizens across all walks of life to foster social integration by being fair, just, and firm to both the complainant and the accused. I also wish to encourage senior officers of the Nigerian police to be relentless in their service to this nation. You must realize that as a public institution, you will be thoroughly scrutinized and criticized, but this must not discourage or deter you from discharging your duty as security managers. The Nigerian police is one of Nigeria's enduring national asset and treasure. It is the largest police force in Africa and one of the most successful in the performance of policing duties around the world. You have proved this repeatedly through your sterling performances in international duties and peacekeeping missions in countries such as Afghanistan, Angola, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Congo, Croatia, Kosovo, Liberia, Namibia, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Western Sahara, and a host of other countries. As we prepare a new national security strategy, I assure you that we will push through significant reforms in the police in order to make the post better positioned to perform its mandate. There must be behavioral and institutional change in our officers. The welfare of all security personnel shall continue to be our priority. As you deliberate and exchange ideas, I encourage you to put the well-being of this nation as your priority by safeguarding our democracy. It is your responsibility to manage internal security and protect the rights of all citizens. Finally, I wish you fruitful deliberations and thank you all for coming.
Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together one more time? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the address of His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, presented on this occasion the 4th edition of the Conference and Retreat for Senior Police Officers, holding here at the Landmark Event Center, and presented by His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Distinguished Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, CON. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give him another round of applause? Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your kind words. Thank you also for your words of encouragement to the Nigeria Police. Thank you also for your promise of support to the Nigeria Police. Thank you very much. The President of Interpol also interfacing with the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs. Thank you very, very much. Of course, a gentleman who determined to make a difference as Honorable Minister, and of course, being here and up here to present that address against all odds. Can we please give him another round of applause? Your Excellency, Mr. President, I have represented Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State. I had said earlier that maybe this event will come back next year. I didn't know the governor would re-echo it. His Excellency, the governor now said, if you enjoy, you should come back. From the looks of the faces of the people here, Your Excellency, please prepare to be here again next year. Last year, it started 31st October. This year, it started 30th October. Next year, please mark down your 29th of October. I think they're taking the date backwards, and they're going to come back here. We want to thank you very much for being such an awesome host and a person we want to do that. We thank very specially also His Excellency, the President and represented, We thank all of the very important guests. His Excellency, the Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, thank you very much for having come. The President of Interpol, thank you for your keynote address, a very didactic one if you ask me. We thank, of course, Chairman, Senate Committee on Police Affairs, House of Representative Member, Vice Chairman of Committee on Police Affairs. We thank the Chief of Defense Staff. We thank all of the senior officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces who are here. The representation from the Controllers General of both the Nigerian Correctional Services and Nigerian Immigration Services, we thank you. We thank every single person here, very especially our royal fathers for having come. We thank you very, very much. We thank our traditional rulers, we thank our religious leaders, we thank the conference participants, we thank the media executives. We thank the people who are doing the work to ensure that the memories and the legacies of this event to be preserved. The cameramen, the photographers, the people doing the streaming, the people covering the event, the people doing the security work. We thank even the drivers outside. All of them are part of this entire wheel contributing to the smooth running of this event. We thank matchmakers, the organizers of this event on behalf of the Nigerian Police. And all. We please remind you that at the end of this event, we're going to have a group photograph right in front here. We'll be guided as to how that photograph will be done. And then we are also invited one more time on our way out to not just appreciate, but possibly also take photographs of the beautiful scenery there, even as the Nigerian Police is leading the Clean and Green Initiative, as we do our best to see how we can reduce to the barest minimum the issue of carbon emission here in this country. The police are at the forefront of that particular campaign. Thank you very, very much. We do not know how many more people will be remaining after this event for the plenary, the day 2 and the day 3. But for those who will be leaving, we wish you a safe journey back to your different destinations, even as we hope that all of us will continue to contribute our quota to the development of this country, wherever it is that we find ourselves. Especially as we remember the immortal words of the progenitor of the Methodist Church, John Wesley, who urged all of us to do all the good we can, to all the people we can, at all the times we can, at all the places we can, as long as we ever can. Let me now, at this point, invite for some very important announcements the First Public Relations Officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Muyiwa Adejobi. He has some very important information to give all of us, after which we will bring this opening ceremony of this conference and retreat to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, we may not have a chance to appreciate you one after the other, but the least you can do is appreciate yourselves. Please put your hands together for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. The first PRO, please.
Thank you, Raphael. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have some announcements to make. After the opening ceremony, we want to urge the IGP has directed that participants to please have 30-minute break. Then we will converge here to continue our business for the day. Our invited guests will be here for the tea break, while the officers will go to our usual place to have our break or lunch, as the case may be. And we want to inform Your Excellencies that we are going to take the group photograph outside, not this place. The Nigerian Police Force has a green zone outside. I'm sure you have seen the initiative for the Inspector General of Police. We have keyed into that green zone initiative for alternative energy and for protection of our environment. So we're going to have the photo session outside. The arrangement is there already. And I have the mandate of the Inspector General of Police to still officially welcome to this event the representative of the DG DSS, Mr. Magaji Bichil, is able represented here by Mr. I.T. Wilcox. The director of DSS Imo State is here. We have the representative of the Controller General of Correctional Service, Aliro Nababa MN9, able represented by Chris Chooks Okoye, Fellow of Defense College, the ACG Zone E Owerri, Imo State. And of course, the IGP has mandated me to welcome to this event a strong member, board member of Lagos State Security Trust Fund that is here with us, Dr. Ayo Ogunsan. And I'm going to introduce again, welcome to this event, the President of Interpol didn't come alone. He came with the Vice President Interpol Africa. Is one of us, An Assistant Inspector General of Police retired, AIJ Garuba Umar is here with us. He's the Vice President Interpol representing Africa, our home continent. Then we have, here again, with the permission of Your Excellency, the IGP has a very formidable management team, like 8 DIGs. They're here. We have the DIG DFA here. DIG Balash Roman is in the house. The DIG Department of Training and Development, DIG Frank Chukwemeka Mba, MNI, incidentally is representing the southeastern region of this country in the police management team. We have the DIG for CID here, DIG Sylvester Abiodun Alabi FDC. We have the DIG Department of Force Intelligence, a newly created department by the Inspector General of Police to strengthen our intelligence gathering in Nigeria, DIG Abu Sani. Then we have the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of research ICT here, DIG Shokari Pedro MNI. We have DIG in charge of research and planning, DIG Ibrahim Kaoje MNI. We have the DIG operations, DIG Yuba, who is here in the house. Then we have DIG DLS, Department of Logistics and Supply, DIG Bello Makwashil. On the first secretary is here, the first secretary, AIG Olarewaju Abayomi. They are all here. We say thank you to you, the DIGs, for giving that support to the Inspector General of Police to have this event. At this point in time, Your Excellencies, the CDS and ladies and gentlemen, it is important for you to know that the CDS recognize the efforts of retired Major General Diko. Retired Major General Diko is not just representing the NSA here, is the head center for control of small arms and light weapons. All weapons recovered by the military, the police are always handed over to this center. They know how to go about it. Very cerebral, intelligent, someone who has been so supportive to the armed forces of Nigeria, and of course the police and other security agents. Can we please appreciate Major General Mohammed Diko once again. Thank you for attending this event. We always say that every event becomes a history. Another history is written today, 30th of October 2023, in the beautiful city of Owerri, Imo State. Thank you for your attendance. Thanks for your support in all areas. We continue to appreciate you. At this point in time, can we please, I urge us to rise to our feet and take the national anthem. Police band, please. Thank you, Your Excellency. It's a good photograph. We have a special arena outside of him.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Environmental issues affecting Nigeria's amazing biodiversity, from climate change, air pollution, and wildlife conservation. We will be traveling across Nigeria to give you on-the-ground report of the issues affecting our environment. It airs every Saturday at